Well, howdy y'all. You ready to do some grammar? Oh yeah, this grammar's important stuff. Let's get going. It's been a few weeks since we reviewed all our parts of speech. How many of them are there? Do you remember? Did you say 9? I hope so, because you're right. If you did, it's 9 parts of speech. Ooh, 9 parts of speech. 9 parts of speech. Yeah, 9 parts of speech. 9 parts of speech. Noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, conjunction, interjection, preposition, adjective, and article adjectives. Noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, conjunction, interjection, preposition, adjective, and article adjectives. Very good, y'all. All right, Woody. I need your help here. I want you to pick one, Woody. I'm going to test you. All right, I'm good at tests. And see if you can tell me the definition. Ooh, I'm good at that. All I have to do is lasso it, and I'll know it. Ha ha, I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. All right, you stole that one from Scarlet Pimpernel. Oh, I did. That Scarlet Pimpernel, he's my good friend, you know. He goes and saves people who wasn't supposed to be killed. Yeah, Woody, you're right. But you kind of grew up in different time periods. We did? You sure did, Woody. You're Wild West and he's French Revolution. Oh, yeah, you're right. I guess we just kind of know each other in heaven, but I'm visiting right now. Well, I'm glad you are, Woody. Let's get going. Okay, Woody. What is number 4? Number 4. Ooh, an adverb. I know what an adverb is. Let's see. How does this song go? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. An adverb modifies a verb, adjective, or another adverb. An adverb modifies a verb, adjective, or another adverb. It answers how, when, where, why, how often, how much, to what extent, under what condition. An adverb modifies a verb, adjective, or another adverb. Wow, Woody, you're good at that. All right, okay, Woody. Can you tell me what is an adjective? An adjective modifies a noun or a pronoun by describing, modifying, or limiting. It answers what kind, how many, which, or whose. What kind, how many, which, or whose. Oh, yeah, this could do a regular old hoedown with that one. An adjective modifies a noun or a pronoun by describing, modifying, or limiting. It answers what kind, how many, which, or whose. What kind, how many, which, or whose. It's like saying, Woody, what kind of bad guy did you get? I got a robber. How many bad guys did you get? Oh, 10 of them at least. Which bad guys did you get? Butch Cassidy. Ha ha ha. Or, well, no, that would be who, actually, technically. Which bad guys did you get? The bad guys which were robbing the bank. Ha ha ha. And who did you get? Butch Cassidy? Maybe. Well, Woody, you're better than I thought. Nice going. Let's dive in here and do some sentences. Woohoo! I want to do some sentences because guess what? These ones talk about something I know all about because I used it to get Butch Cassidy. Ha ha ha. Let's go. Oops, this is our writing assignment. Wrong one. There we go. There's my dragon friend. Ooh, this one's about the Renaissance period. We like the Renaissance period. A lot of great things happened there. Great inventors. Hey, say, do you guys remember who the 4 scientists were we talked about on Thursday? Copernicus, Newton, Galileo, and... oh, scrud, it escaped my memory. Galileo and Kepler. That was it. Copernicus, Galileo, Newton, and Kepler. No, those were switched. Kepler and Newton. No, Newton and Kepler. I don't know, but they're all 4 in there somehow. Here we go. Let's read this together, kids. The Renaissance awakened knowledge. Now, you'll see here, you'll see here that this sentence is a little harder than that one. So for you kiddos just starting out here, this one's for you, but I want you to try this one because this is the next step up and I know you can do it. Here we go. The Renaissance awakened knowledge. Who or what is this sentence about? Renaissance, that's right. Let's mark that. Subject, noun. What is being said about Renaissance? Renaissance awakened. Verb. Renaissance awakened who or what? Knowledge. Does knowledge replace Renaissance? No. Does knowledge describe Renaissance? No, no. D-O. Label, verb, transitive. Is knowledge receiving the action of being awakened? Yes, it is. Okay, what's the? Article adjective. The and an are always article adjectives. Let's diagram this. All right, here. What goes on our subject line? Renaissance. What goes on a verb? Awakened. What goes on this line? And this is not curved back because it's not reflecting or replacing. Knowledge. The. And what are we going to do with this one? Are we going to capitalize it? Why? Because it's the beginning of a sentence. That's right. Very good. Now let's do our next one together. This one should be a little easier than that one. So you see, this one was a direct object. Remember a few weeks ago we talked about sentence. Let's see. Sentence. What kinds of sentences they were. Compound, complex, all that. Is this its own house? Or does it have another house attached to it? Well, there's no conjunction. There's no and or but or your or so or something like that. So this, my friends, this is just a simple sentence. It's not compound, it's not complex, nothing like that. So just write simple sentence. I like simple. Sometimes those complex sentences can give you a lot more information. But for now, it's just simple. So let's move to the next. Read this with me. Great artist painted. Who or what is this sentence about? You might be tempted to say great, but it's actually not. What is it about? If you said artists, you're absolutely right. Let's write artists. Subject now. What is being said about artists? Artists painted. Verb. Artists painted. Oh, there's nothing left. So there's no direct object because it's not saying what they painted. It's just saying they painted. So if I said painted pictures, then pictures would be a direct object because it's receiving the action of being painted. But there's nothing there, so it's just subject verb. Ooh, but what about this word here? Great. What question is it answering? What kind of artists? Great. Now, does adverb or adjective ask the question, what kind? Oh, that's the adjective song. So it's an adjective because it is describing a noun. Adjectives describe nouns, not verbs. That's another hint that it's an adjective. All right, let's go ahead and diagram this. I know you kids are out there. I want to see if you can do this one by yourself. If you're watching, pause the video and see if you can do this by yourself. All right, did you do it? Here we go. Let's do it together. What goes here? Am I going to capitalize artists? Why not? Because it's not the beginning of a sentence. We're going to put our verb here. And where does great go? What is it modifying? Is it modifying painted or is it modifying artists? I hope you said artists because that's the right answer. Great. We're going to capitalize it because it's the beginning of a sentence. Oh, we got those down. Oh, now this one, you guys. This next one is my favorite one. And I want to see if you can tell why. Let's read it together. People invented gunpowder. Ooh, you see this right there, guys? That's my trusty old pistol. It's got me out of lots of scrapes, and that is my magic weapon. How I got a hold of that Butch Cassidy dude. But you know what? I'm really glad gunpowder was invented because it's done a lot of, well, it's actually kind of killed a lot of people, but it's also won the Revolutionary War, so we're grateful for that. Well, actually, that's because of God that we won the Revolutionary War, but that's a different story. Let's do this one. Who or what is this sentence about? You might be tempted to say gunpowder because we love that part of it, but it's actually not. It's about people. So people is our subject. Subject noun. What's be said about people? People what? Invented. Very good. Verb. People invented who or what? Gunpowder. See, there's something here. Up here, there wasn't anything after painted. There wasn't anything after the verb. So it was just a verb intransitive. But this one, there is something after the verb. It's saying what was invented. Oh, it's gunpowder. So
This one is going to be a verb transitive because gunpowder is receiving the action of being invented. Do you see that now? I hope so. You will never forget what a direct object is, I hope, because they're very wonderful things. They tell what the verb was doing it too. So, does gunpowder replace people? No. Does it describe people? No, no. D-O, label verb transitive. Very good. D-O, verb transitive. I bet you guys have this one down. We already diagrammed this SVTDO today, and I think that you can do it. Let's go. People, now this is going to be capitalized because it's beginning of our sentence. Invented gunpowder. Now, do we have any verbs in there? Nope. Oh, sorry. I misspoke. I meant, do we have any adjectives in there or adverbs? Indeed, we do not. So we're going to move to the next. Very good. Oh, that was a good one. Let's see what the next one has to say. Whoo! This one's a big fish. I think we can do it, though. Should we try? Even you youngins, I think you can do this. Even if you don't understand it all, just try. Just try to do everything you can. And pretty soon it'll make sense before you know it. Let's read it together. The Renaissance was a period of growth and enlightenment, which was influential to the world. Very good. Now, with longer sentences like this, it's important to look for what things first? Conjunctions. That's right. Anything else? Prepositional phrases. Sometimes, if we distinguish those first, then it's a little easier to figure out what the core of our sentence is, like the subject and verb. So, do we have any conjunctions? Aha! There's one. And this is a dead giveaway. Now, we'll see later if it's joining two words, phrases, or clauses together. Do you know the difference between a phrase and a clause? A phrase is like a prepositional phrase, like right here, to the world. Is there a subject here? Nope. Is there a verb here? Nope. It's just a phrase. It's a group of words together. It's more than one word, but it's a group of words. Whereas a clause, my friends, it has a subject and a verb. So, and sometimes it can stand on its own. But in this case, we'll see if it does. So, I already gave away one of the prepositional phrases, so here's one of them. To what? World, object of the preposition. World, object of the preposition always has to be what? Noun, verb, adjective. Which one of those? Which one do you guess? Always has to be a noun. The article adjective. Any other prepositional phrases here? Right there. Of. Preposition. Object of the preposition. Oh, actually, I tricked myself here. This one is not the complete object of the preposition of growth and enlightenment. So we have a compound object of the preposition, which means there's two of them. Now we know that this and is only joining two words together, growth and enlightenment. It's not joining clauses or phrases, just two words, growth and enlightenment, because they're both the object of the preposition. All right, here we go. The Renaissance was a period. Who or what is this sentence about? Clause about. Renaissance, subject, noun. What is being said about Renaissance? Renaissance was. Was is usually a giveaway that it's a linking verb. Verb. Renaissance was who or what? Period. Well, okay, but let me back up. Okay. Was can also be a helping verb, but since there's no other verb with it, like was going, if it's just by itself, then it's usually a verb linking. It's linking two things together. The Renaissance was who or what? Period. Does period describe Renaissance? Maybe. Does it replace Renaissance? Is it a noun? Yes. So talking about a period of time, it's like an idea. It's a noun, and it does replace the Renaissance. I could say a period was the Renaissance. A period of time was the Renaissance. Yes, I could say that. They kind of equal each other. So, is this going to be a direct object? Nope, not a direct object. It's going to be, drum roll, Is it going, well, I should ask you, is it going to be a predicate nominative, which is a noun, or a predicate adjective, which is an adjective? Adjective, obviously. it's going to be this period, a noun or an adjective. Noun. So it's going to be predicate nominative. Because it renames Renaissance. And it makes this linking. And so this is our equal sign. Renaissance equals period. The article adjective. Article adjective. Very good, my friends. Now let's move to this clause. Which was influential. Who or what is this clause about? Which. Subject, pronoun. Now you might say, Sister Allred, but I thought which was a conjunction. Aha. My friends, which can sometimes be a conjunction. But in this case, it's acting as a subject pronoun. What? This could be a pronoun? Yes, because it's saying it's replacing a noun. You say the Renaissance was influential. Which was influential. But this is a who which clause, so subject pronoun here. That might not make complete sense, but if there was another subject here, like if I said which period was influential, then this would be a conjunction now and not the subject. But since there is no subject here, then this becomes a subject. Ugh, I know. As I said, grammar teaches you to think. You have to think through all these things. It has to answer all the questions. And if it can't, you got to use your good old noggin. So, good noggin using, guys. Which, what was being said about which? Which was verb. Ouch. My wrist is hurting holding my phone. Which was influential. Does influential replace which? Oh, actually, that would be great. Here, Kim. Kimmy offered to come hold my phone for me because my arm is very tired. Thank you very much. Just keep it close if you can. Okay, there we go. Which was who or what? Influential. Does influential replace which? No. Does influential describe which? Could I say the influential Renaissance? Yes, I could. So this is a adjective describing the subject, which is in the predicate. So it's called a predicate adjective. And what does this make this? An equal sign, which makes it a linking verb. Very good, my friends. This one had a lot of fun things in it. And I hope it made sense. If it didn't, that's okay. Even if you just got 1 degree better, that's okay. Now, let's go ahead and diagram this. Okay, our subject line. Renaissance. Now, why is this one capitalized? Because it's a proper noun. It's a proper period of time. Renaissance was... Now, this is going to slant backwards because it's a predicate nominative renaming the subject. Was period. Now, what do we do with and the? Well, you should know that by now. And the. We're going to do what to this T here? Capitalize it. All right, here we go. Was period. Now, what is of growth and enlightenment describing? Is it describing Renaissance of growth and enlightenment? No. Is it describing was? No. Is it describing period? Yes. What kind of period? A period of growth and enlightenment. You see that? So this is an adjectival prepositional phrase. And, oops, I shouldn't have drawn that line so big there. So I'm actually going to scribble that out. And we have to make a rocket here. But our and, growth, and enlightenment. Very good, very good. All right, let's go to our next clause. Which was influential. Now, in this case, since which is not acting as a conjunction, we're just going to put a line between the verbs. And which will be our subject. Was will be our verb. Now, is this going to go straight up or is it going to slant back? It's going to slant back because it's describing our subject. It's a predicate adjective. And this is called, we're going to write here, influential. Very good, my friends. Now, our last prepositional phrase, to the world. What is that describing? Is it describing influential, was, or which? Hopefully you said influential because that would be absolutely right. influential. And if influential is an adjective, and this prepositional phrase is describing an adjective, is this an adjectival or an adverbial prepositional phrase? Kimmy, do you know the answer to this?
I wasn't paying attention.
You mean this was not that riveting to you? Oh dear. If it's describing an adjective, what is it going to be? Adjective or adverb? An adverb modifies a verb.
where are you pointing?
Adjective. It modifies an adjective. Bring me closer. There we go. So this is actually going to be an adverbial clause because it's describing our adjective here. See, I had to stop and think about that for a minute. Because at first I would have thought, oh, that's a noun. But it's actually not. To world. Very good, my friends. That was a lot of thinking. Now, I want you to draw your attention down here. And I want to invite you to write your own. See if you can come up with a predicate nominative or a predicate adjective in yours. Just try to rename the subject somehow. Very good, my friends. And you have a wonderful week. Goodbye.